Hey everyone, welcome to Maine Outdoor Adventures. This is episode 1 of our mini-series Maine Trails and Summits. In every episode, I will be checking out a different trail. Some of them will be super challenging, some of them will be really easy, but it's going to give you viewers a chance to see some of the trails and maybe find one that you would like to check out yourself. So if you haven't subscribed, we ask that you do, so you'll help us to be able to go out and do more of this and bring more videos to you. So today for episode 1, I'm going to be doing one of my favorite trails that I've done tons of times, the Little Bigelow Trail, which is on the Appalachian Trail. In North New Portland, turn onto the Long Falls Dam Road. At a little over 17 miles up the Long Falls Dam Road, turn onto Bog Brook Road, where you just saw those mailboxes. Oh, I'm sorry, the East Flagstaff Road. That's right. Onto the East Flagstaff Road, and the signs point to the Bigelow Preserve. Short distance down the East Flagstaff Road, you'll come to this intersection, take a left, and this is where you turn onto Bog Brook Road. And signs point to a bunch of stuff out here, Bigelow Lodge. And very shortly, you'll see AT hiker sign right there. Parking is just down here. And this, yes, right in here. This little parking. So the trailhead is here, just a few yards down Bog Brook Road from where that parking area is. A little bit of a marker there. And looks like we got a sign in here. Trail follows a stream for a while. This part of the stream here is about completely dry. I've done this many times, but it has been quite a few years since I have. Yep. Information here, and gonna start moving up the trail. This, I don't know how far I'm going to go today. Round trip to the summit and back is something along the lines of 6, but I've got my GPS watch on, so I will let you know for sure. It starts out pretty, nice and meandering along the stream, not too hard. And then it does get to a pretty good climb. Views from the top are phenomenal. Totally worth it. Well, when I said approximately 6 miles, I was right on the money, because we're like 100 feet down the trail, and it says 3 miles to the top. About 3/4 of a mile in. Started some climbing. Not too steep, but enough to feel it. It's quiet and beautiful. At 1 1/4, the trail turns sharply away from the stream and starts heading up a lot steeper, rockier terrain. And some more easy stuff around 1.5 miles. Pretty nice and easy going overall so far. Trails are super dry, but that's because we've been having a drought, which is why that stream is pretty dried up. But tonight it's going to be 1 to 2 inches of rain, so this will be nice and muddy and wet tomorrow. A little under 2 miles, the trail goes over some open ledges. If you've hit it at the right time of year, those blueberries are just starting to come out now. Nearing the summit. A lot of open rock face, which is pretty easy to follow. There's piles of rocks and white blazes here and there. Pretty obvious where to go. There's about a half a mile to go. We come out where we can see highest point. Final stretch, climbing through trees and rocks. It's a little tough through here. Overall, this isn't the most strenuous hike. Sign is here. It's highest point. The official summit. So this is the first open viewpoint you come to. It's 3 miles from the parking area, so 6 miles is enough for you. It's a great turnaround point right here. Sit and soak it all in. If you like to go further, it's a mile across the ridge to another viewpoint for a good 8-mile hike. If you decide to keep going just after the summit. Beautiful spot here. If you're afraid of heights, it might be a little intimidating. The view is phenomenal. See over to Sugarloaf. And if you stand right out here, and see West and Avery peaks of Bigelow, along with the Horns, South and North Horns. So if you choose to continue on beyond the summit, the ridge comes to about here is where you start really descending. Get a closer view of the other peaks of Bigelow. Looking over towards Sugarloaf. The video doesn't do it justice, but if you choose to turn around at this point, you will have a round trip of 8-mile hike. And over here we see Flagstaff Lake. I'm on the way out. I just wanted to point out here, a little more than a mile from the road, a side trail leads 100 yards to the lean-to, which is a nice place to stop. But besides that, there's a little trail behind it that goes down to the stream, and there's some deep pools for a hot day like today, getting in the water. Just a refreshing spot to stop at. I'm not making any effort to go down there today because of the drought. There's probably hardly any water, unfortunately, so it just wouldn't be worth it. But on the way down, like I said, a little more than a mile. Hot day here. I don't know that I got our sign-in register on the way up. I don't think I did. Sign-in register here and sign. Yeah, so that's Little Bigelow Mountain. Like I said, you can do 6 miles or 8 miles, or you could go further if you wanted to. I'd really rate it as moderate. It'd be okay to take older kids on, maybe not little ones unless they're in super good shape. It's not the hardest around, but there's some climbing, and of course it's rocky and rooty, just like everything in Maine. But it's a beautiful little gem right here in the Bigelow Preserve. If you have any ideas for trails that you would like me to cover in this series, please feel free to leave me a comment. Unless they're super far away, I probably can do it. So hopefully next week you will join me for my next episode, and don't forget to subscribe.